Hey guys, it's Tom from Fitness Business Solutions. What I want to run through now is pre-qualification and why I think it's very, very important and some of the steps I think you should follow. As a kind of small business owner, even a big business owner, your number one asset is your time. Time really is money and you've got to protect it. And one of the big goals of pre-qualification is to make sure that you're sort of dealing with people who are a good fit for you and to save you kind of spending time on people who aren't necessarily the right fit for your business. It's probably really important to understand that once you give time away to somebody, to an activity, that you can't recover it. Okay, there's no way back. Once you spent and invested that time, you know, like I said, you just won't get it back. So it's important to make sure that the person who's inquiring with you and the person you're potentially going to spend even more time with, that they can tick the boxes and they can approve, they can agree, or they can confirm all the boxes and all the things you need ticked based on your business. Now, your steps are probably going to be different to my steps, but it's important that you know the steps and that that person is in a position to kind of do that. Okay, one of the easiest ways of figuring what those steps are out for yourself is to look at the traits of your ideal customers and then reverse engineer it. So pick your top 10, 15, 20, 30, 100 clients, doesn't really matter. And just look for some trends. So as an example, and it's not an exhaustive list, what age are they? What kind of pace do they move at? Are they quick to make a decision? Are they slow to make a decision? What's their goal? What is it they're looking for help with? And what's their personality like? Okay, we're ideally looking for somebody who's reasonably decisive, who will move swiftly, who's nice on the phone, easy to deal with, friendly, and who training with us probably isn't their very first endeavor into the fitness world. That doesn't mean that what we do is right or wrong. It's just what we found has worked quite well for us. Okay, the main benefits of pre-qualification are you're going to increase your conversion. Okay, you're going to have a much more effective use of your time that you can then spend elsewhere, be it in the business, be it in hobbies, be it with your family, be it whatever it is. You're going to have a lot less stress and heartache. Okay, you're going to have an improved retention because by the time the person is bought off, you've already established that they're a very good fit. Okay, and you'll typically have way more referrals. Okay, probably the most important part of this is the kind of less stress and heartache. Trying to sell to somebody who's not in a position to buy or who doesn't want to buy, okay, is a very, very tough place to be. And it's probably not a great thing to be doing in the first place. You've got all the pressures of your business sort of coming in on top of you. You're trying to program, you're trying to look after people, you're trying to do all the admin outside of it. And then on top of that, you're trying to convince somebody to do something that they maybe right now aren't in a position to do. Okay, what a really good kind of pre-qualification process feels like, and you've probably experienced this if you sort of track back on a couple of purchases you've made, okay, is it's prompt, it's professional, it's honest, they do it with integrity, and it feels great from the very first interaction. Okay, what all of that does is it inspires confidence in the end user, so the potential client, and it also inspires confidence in you. When you know what you're doing, you know the steps you're going to follow, it's much easier for you to do it nice and fluidly and do it with a really, really professional feel. Okay, and I make that point. Be the professional. Okay, do this in a nice, polished, prompt, polite way. Ask the right questions at the right time, and then listen to the answers. People will tell you an awful lot if you use this. Okay, what you're looking to do at every stage of a sales process, but particularly in the pre-qualification processes, you're looking to give the person enough information to take the very next step. And that's it. No more, no less. So stay on point. These conversations have and can drag you around. So you're kind of talking about this thing and then you're talking about that thing, and all of a sudden you're 8, 10, 12, 15 minutes in a phone call and you've talked about a lot but not really gone through any steps or stages. So bear that in mind. You're really looking to cover 1 to 2 points and make sure that you've covered them and both of you understand what you've covered. Okay? The next thing you're looking to do, okay, is to ask 2 open-ended questions. Okay, now these are different because your business is different to my business and you may be looking for different things, but you're looking to just get a little bit of a feel from the person in terms of where they are, okay, what it was that motivated them to get in touch, what is it that they're sort of, what was the catalyst, okay, and then, and it can be very different for you, is what kind of stuff they're doing at the moment. That'll help you paint a picture and get a feel for what they're looking for and what stage they're at, and help you understand whether they're a good fit for your business. Okay? The next thing you're going to do in the pre-qualification process is super important. You're going to describe the solution that you provide. Okay? So you're going to let them know what you do, who you help, and how you do that. Okay? That's it. Okay? And the next step, and this is crucial, and this is the way we do it, you don't have to do it this way, but it works well for us, is we're going to ask them very clearly and very politely, can they afford our service? Okay? It's as simple as that. You'll hear loads of people say that you shouldn't talk about money, you should do this, you should do that, you should do all the rest. You can do it any way you want, but we find this works really, really well. Okay? You can always convince somebody and explain to somebody the importance of what you do and help them see value. But that's a tough place to be. What we're looking to do is to make sure that that person is at a stage where they see value themselves. And that me or my team don't have to convince them that paying X per week to solve a problem is a good idea. Okay, now I'm not saying you can't do that, and if you're in a position where you don't have a whole lot of people inquiring about you, then you're probably going to have to learn those skills. But it's really important, we find, to make sure that that person is in a position to buy, and you're not going to have to handle the money objection or potential objection further into the sales process. Okay, it's a really helpful way to kind of pre-screen people and help you get an idea of kind of where they're at. I hope you found that helpful. If you have any questions or any comments, just pop them in the video below. Thanks.